Hello, Mo Johnson here, back at you. It's been a while since I did a video. I know I promised to do them every so often, so it's way past time to do another one. A lot of you, or some of you anyway, might have seen a video we did about 3 years ago, kind of a day in the life, behind the scenes, whatever you want to call it, of Better Display Cases. A lot's changed since then, so we thought it would be a good time to do another one. We actually just did a big renovation of the whole facility, so I'll walk you through there and you get to see those changes and a little snapshot into what we do every day here at Better Display Cases. I'm gonna shout because I have no idea if you can hear me. I'm right out here in front of our facility, Better Display Cases. We just got a new sign put up, lights up at night, so you can find us real easy. Route 1, right out there, busy road. We are just 2 miles south of the South Quantico, Marine Corps Base Quantico entrance, so you can find us real easy. If you're in Quantico, come out the gate, head south. We're just half a mile, I don't know, a mile or so across the Stafford County line on the right-hand side, Route 1. What are we, 3619 Jefferson Davis Highway, Suite 127. So come give us a visit anytime. All right, back at you. A lot more quiet in here. I'm actually always amazed when I close the door how loud it is out there when the traffic's going, especially it's Friday afternoon, so it's going to be backed up soon. Which reminds me, if you're ever stuck in traffic out there, you can just jump out of that. We had somebody come in here once just to say hi, who was backed up in traffic. She jumped out of the car, came in here, said hi, talked a little while. She went back out, and her mom, who was driving, had only moved about 100 feet. So we had that whole thing happen, and they didn't lose any time at all. So anyway, this is our like retail space. We have a small little store area here. We love it when people come and buy things from us here or just visit us. Most of our sales, as you probably know, are online through the web, and I'll show you, so most of it is a shipping operation really, and we ship it out back, so I'll show you that in a minute. But you can come in here, and it's great when people do. The great thing is, of course, we don't have to ship it, right? So we save on the shipping, so we're able to give you a little better price. But also, even more important, the customer sees exactly what they're getting. They can look at it, they can make sure. A lot of people have unique items that they're not quite sure what it'll look best in or what it'll fit best. So they can come, and we have about 100 different size cases now, so you can find exactly what you want, and you know what you got, it's not damaged, no issues. So it's great if people can come in, but they don't that much. So also this space doubles as a photography studio. Robert, who's taking this video, is our photographer. He does a great job, guys. He's cleaned up. Normally about half this thing is full of cameras and all this kind of stuff, white screens and all this. And we started at 0, right? Now we have 700, 800 products. We're going to over 3,000 within hopefully about 6 months. Each one of those individual products needs to have around 5 pictures or more. So if you just do the math, what is that, 3,000 times 5, 15,000 pictures, something like that he has to take. So it's a big job, very important, and he does a super job with that, and so we appreciate that. A couple other things I just wanted to point out here. I guess we'll start over here. I'm not sure if I ever showed this. This is actually, believe it or not, has become our #1 product by far. Simple baseball bat wall mount, 2 pieces of clear acrylic. The bat fits in it. When that became a big seller, we started doing all sorts of other wall mounts, so we have a lot of wall mounts now. I just point this out. A lot of people now have copied us. They're selling this very similar product. We're constantly making improvements, usually based on customer feedback. And so we had some customers say, hey, the wall mount that you had before was too big. In fact, here is the old one in a little different version. But anyway, you can see the old one was this long. The new one is only this. Everything else is the same. It's still thick, which, by the way, we use thicker acrylic than most people for this product. But also a couple changes we made. One of them is the screws. We changed the screws. We used to do black screws. Now we do silver screws because most people are putting it on a white background, and so silver generally looks better. So that's what comes standard. If you want black, let us know. We can do black, but for the most part, we send silver screws. And then the other change we made was just making this smaller. It's like we just cut 1 inch off of here boom. So the whole point is, I mean, our whole like philosophy of display cases is that it's not about the display cases. It's about what's being displayed. That's what we want people to see. That's what we want the focus to be. So we try to make our products clear, simple, straight lines. We're trying not to draw attention to our product. We're trying to make the eye be drawn to what's being displayed. So a lot of people comment on that and like that, and that's sort of our whole philosophy. You know, some people have called, for instance, asking if we do lighting, you know, of our display cases. We don't. The main reason we don't is the things that I've looked at anyway end up making the case light up, and the case looks beautiful, and it is something that's interesting. It draws people's eyes, but actually, for most of the lighting scenarios I've seen, the product itself is harder to see. It's kind of like dim. The case is lit up, but the product, where is that thing? So, and there's other problems also with lighting. It's difficult. But that just kind of gives you an example of our philosophy and why we decided just not to go there, because it doesn't really fit with the way that we want to make our display cases. One more thing I wanted to show while we're here. We actually got a patent on this. So these are, again, going along with that theme, the title is Invisible Wall Mounts. Here, I've got one out here. So the patent is actually on this little cutout, so don't try to copy that. We got a patent, so you'll get in trouble. But so you can see how it stands like that. That holds it in place. And then the idea is the ball, you can see pretty much, depending on what angle you're looking at, but for the most part, the ball is going to block most of the wall mount. Pretty much, you just see the ball sitting there, like floating in air, like, you know, magic. And it covers the screw holes that are in the back as well. So I think that's all I want to talk about here. Now we can head on into our office area. Follow me. All right, so this is where we moved. We used to have, if you were ever here before or saw old videos, we had a big office in the back. Very nice, actually, very large. Problem is we needed space for display cases, so that's why we did the renovation back there, but obviously we needed the office space because this is where we work. So usually this space is all filled up, well, sometimes it is, but anyway, this is where we do everything involving computers or telephones, which is a lot of stuff. All the customer service, all the listings work, all the emails, printing out shipping labels, all that stuff happens right here. This used to just be a kitchen, actually. Now it's doubled as office, but it's still a kitchen. And Sean, if you want to turn around, there we go. Sean does mostly customer service now. He's our main customer service guy. So if you hear from Sean, that's who he is. He does a great job. And I'm trying to get him into marketing as well. We really need help with that. And so hopefully he can move in that direction. We'll see. All right, we can head down this way now. You can see all the fat heads on the wall. You might have heard in the past, actually the name of our business when we first moved into this facility was Hot Sports Fan Gear. So we used to sell a lot of sports fan gear, including fat heads, football helmets. Now that's changed. We sold a lot of fat heads, I mean tens of thousands of them, which was great, and it was a good business, and it helped us to be able to move into display cases, and now we're like 99% going to 100% just display cases. But we still do have a handful of fat heads that we still have for sale, not very many. But you can see all over the walls, we love fat heads, and so that's why you'll see them here. So I just thought I would mention that. All right, so here's a room. This is just storage of display cases. Nothing else really special in there. But this is where the renovation happened. So this used to be four different, we had the office back in this corner, we had a hallway, we had what we called the hallway to nowhere right there. It didn't go anywhere, but it was a hallway. And then we had a hallway here with two more rooms over there. All that stuff, all those walls have been knocked out, and that created space for the display cases, which is what we really needed. We really needed to be able to organize because we've exploded in the number. I mean, you know, when I started, it was 9 products, right? Now we're heading towards 3,000. So you've got to be able to have some space to organize. We needed shelves, so we built all these shelves to have a place to organize all the different options. So this is sort of where I guess you'd say the magic happens. So like I mentioned before, we have about 100 different size display cases, but because of all of the options that we have, that 100 cases turns into 2,500 or 3,000 different SKUs, different products. And I'll show you, just to give you an idea. So you can see here on this shelf, a lot of different turf, for instance. Now, almost all of our cases come with a turf option, or you could get, a lot of our cases have a clear base option. We're getting more and more of those. You know, you could get a double sheet. This is what we call a double sheet, which is just really just a flat acrylic base. Somewhere I've got a basketball. Hold on. So here, it's like a synthetic wood base. You know, that's another option. Another option is wall mounts. You can see all the wall mounts down there. Of course, every product, almost every one of them, comes with, it can be a mirror back to the case, or it can be clear. Then on top of that, we now have 7 different color risers. We started with just gold, but now we've added silver, then black, now red, white, blue, and orange. Those are our 7 riser colors, and I'll show you those in a minute. Again, all of these things came from customers. You know, we always get the best idea from customers. I started with just gold risers because that's what everybody else was selling. Customer called and said, "Hey, can you do it in silver?" I said, "I don't know, we'll see." So we did silver, and then black, and you know, we've just continued to add, you know, based on what customers have requested. But anyway, you can imagine, like, let's just say a simple 12 by 12 by 12 display case. It could come with all these. It could be turf. It could have a basketball, a synthetic wood base. It could have a plain flat base. It could have risers and 7 different colors of risers. It could be clear. It could be a mirror, or it could be wall mount, right? And then wall mount with all those options. So you can see it's just like an explosion of different options. So all of that happens right here where we assemble the cases before we ship it out to the customer. Here's just a room. Mostly now this is risers. So I'll show you the different color risers. Here's white, that's new. Red is new. You have silver, black, and gold are back there. And then here's the blue and the orange. We've tried, I wanted really to get a darker blue, but so far we haven't been able to make that work. You know, working with the painters and so forth, this is what worked and would be consistent. So it's almost like a Miami Dolphin blue. So, you know, but, you know, if you're a Miami Dolphin fan, or I don't know, there's a lot of other, maybe like if you have a sea background or something, this would be good. The orange, I wanted Tennessee orange. I'm a Tennessee fan. They couldn't quite pull that off. This is more like a Texas maybe, or Virginia Tech type orange. So, you know, if that's the kind of orange you're looking for, that's what we have. All right, let me show you what I think is our best product. Here it is. Oh, say hi to Nabil. Nabil's head of shipping. Been here more than 2 years now, doing a fantastic job, and that's, you know, in many ways, so many things I'm saying are the heart of the business. There's really a lot of hearts of the business, but shipping is certainly very important. But he does a super job with that, and he's going to be getting a lot busier, we hope, as Christmas comes on. Anyway, I just wanted to show this. This is what I was talking about. So we tried to build on things that worked. Like I mentioned, the wall mount. We started with just the baseball bat. That worked great, and then we've added. Wall mounts are fantastic because they don't break in shipping. You know, and breaking and shipping is a big problem, which we've worked hard to get our packaging better and better. And so, we, you know, in the industry, I think we kind of lead the industry really on low breakage. I hope we try to anyway. And just so you know, we always take care of the customer. If it arrives broken, we'll send you a new one. Just let us know. You don't even have to return it. Just send us a picture. You can contact us at customerservice@betterdisplaycases.com. Anyway, this product. So this happened right because the turf, right? We had. Like I mentioned, a lot of products that we have the turf base. A lot of people love that because not many companies offer turf. So turf did really well. But some people would say, you know, I love it, but I don't like that it, pull this off, that the base isn't stuck to the case, right? So most of the turf, this doesn't fit this case, but just imagine if it did, the turf would be, you know, inside of here. That's fantastic for something that's going to sit on a table or shelf. It's fine. But if you're going to display it to somebody and you have this turf piece here that's not really connected, not really secure, it's not so good, you know. We had some customers that would use tape, maybe clear tape just for the display, and that's okay. But anyway, a lot of people said we want something more sturdy, more secure, but we still want the turf. So that's where we came up with, you know, using our regular kind of standard case, which is 2 pieces. You know, you got a base, you got the platform, and you got the risers, which again, we have 7 different color risers. So we went with that because that's a lot more sturdy, and then we just added turf to it, you know, simple as that. So now you have this sturdy, more secure base with the turf, right? And you know, you're gonna be able to present that, handle it, move it around a lot better than just with turf base, just one piece of turf on the bottom. But of course, it does cost a little bit more. It takes a lot more time to assemble. You know, we have to screw on each of the risers, and so, you know, there's a cost to that. The other problem is we're out of stock a lot on these because they're so popular. Nobody else sells them. People love them, and so we're doing our best as we can to keep the supplies up that we need. So anyway, I just wanted to show this brand new product, red risers, double turf, really awesome. As far as I'm concerned, I think it's probably our best product if it's in stock. All right, say hi to Richard. Richard been here about a year now. He's he also does shipping, and now he's heading up now inventory, which is really important. And so we're looking forward to him improving our inventory situation. All right, now we can head out to sort of the main warehouse area. Really, this is all just storage. And it's nice because we can go up to 12 feet high because we don't have ceilings, you know, so that's good. This is where stuff goes out. So FedEx picks up right here. We double check the cases. Somebody double checks them, so usually Nabil or somebody packages them, and then somebody else will check them before they go out. Even despite that, mistakes still do happen, unfortunately, but we have cut back a lot, very rare. I mean, our mistakes, 1 in 200 maybe, you know, so, but it happens, you know, and we have somebody different do the double checking, and that's because, you know, nobody thinks they made a mistake. You know, I used to do this all myself, so I would ship them myself, and I was always amazed. Customers would contact me, hey, Mo, you sent the wrong one. You know, you sent the synthetic basketball wood bottom instead of the turf. I was like, no, I couldn't, no way. You know, I couldn't believe that, but I did make the mistake. So things just happen. For, you know, something was a block or something. For some reason, I made that mistake. The point I'm making is we think it's important to have a different person do the double checking, and that cuts down a lot of mistakes. So anyway, that's how this process works. FedEx comes here once a day. We pull this thing up and ship them on out. Looks like USPS has already showed up, but their stuff goes right here, and they go out that door. And I think that's it. We're through. We've done a complete tour. Appreciate you watching. If you're still watching the video, I appreciate it. Again, if you want to come by and check us out, we would love to meet you. Contact us anytime. Give us a call, an email, and if you just want to buy cases online, that is totally fine too. We love our customers, and we appreciate you guys making all this possible. Thanks. I'll talk to you next time.